We're back with the Screen Team right here on KWOC, celebrating 6 years of awesomeness and movie reviews and friendship and all kinds of good stuff.
And we're still married.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, I hope watching movies wouldn't put a strain on our marriage.
But we disagree quite often on whether a movie is worthwhile watching and all that.
Don't you think it's very therapeutic, though, to do it here, though?
Absolutely. I would love to display our dirty opinions to everybody else. It's great.
It's pretty nice, I tell you what. Our final film of the show is a movie called The Conjuring 2, which, if you've seen the first one, pretty scary stuff. Does the second one fall in line with the first one?
Oh, well, of course. It falls in line with it. It's just, it's more story of the Warren family, the family that investigates the paranormal activity of others. And I really like this couple, and I almost want to do more research on them and learn more about them. But I love what I get from Hollywood, too, because it's pretty intense. And I think that they kind of tricked me at the beginning of this movie because they introduced the movie with a scene from the Amityville horror story, the case. And she's reliving it. She's telling you about it. And you think, wait a minute, did I just get suckered into watching them do the Amityville story? Because I didn't think that's what this movie was about. So I was a little confused in the beginning. And then they're like, they say, oh, but this is, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, that's okay. I think they're if I remember correctly, I think they're doing the same formula as the first one. Because didn't in the first one they showed like
the doll stuff?
Yeah. Like they were showing a brief scene of a case that they were doing, and then they went into.
But let me tell you about this story.
Right.
Did they say in the beginning of this one that the Amityville was one that made them famous, but this story that we get in Conjuring 2 was the one that scared her the most?
No, I thought that's what she said about the Amityville. Was that one was the one that scared her the most?
Well, I know that this one was very, very impactful on her because she envisioned her husband getting killed.
And he almost did. So, I mean, how is it hard on her?
Because of the sense of loss and apprehension of loss.
He almost died, man. He went through the pain and the torture. All she did was envision it.
Well, I mean, you got to live with your vision. Just like you got to live the day after a nightmare. It's hard because you're like walking a thin line. Was it real? Is it possible? And, all that unknown stuff is hard to live with sometimes.
Right. Is this movie scary?
It's intense. I'm a little jaded about being scared in the movie. So for me, it wasn't scary. It was intense. There were moments where I was filled with suspense and apprehension, but I never got a jolt of, oh my gosh, throwing popcorn in the air kind of moments.
There was two parts in this movie that got me, that scared me, and I don't want to give them away to you. Honestly,
when you were waking yourself up?
I had a rough night, okay? I fell asleep on the slow parts.
But it was just a second, right?
It was funny. I did one of those things you do in school where you're asleep and you're like, oh. I was scared, but it had nothing to do with the movie, It was
All I know
wild.
is his head fell over on me. I was like, wake up, get out of my space.
It was wild, but there was two parts that scared me. But what I really love about these movies is the cinematography. I love the camera angles that they use for these films. It makes it larger than life.
Yes.
I love the cinematography. I really do.
They really work you over as far as the unseen in the camera's view. They're great with light and dark spaces. A person, an entity, whatever, can be standing right in front of you in this scene, and you won't see them until they want you to see them.
That's right.
And they were there the whole time. And I think that's the kind of stuff that's scary now, rather than, like in the 80s and 90s when we were getting hacked to death by, our nightmares.
Yeah.
This is pulling on your spiritual beliefs, and this is pulling on your ability to comprehend the possibility of demonic possession and haunting, and where do you rest in that theory and those thoughts?
What is it about these kind of stories. Why is it always done in a house? How come we never see somebody being possessed at a park or something?
At a supermarket?
Yeah, you know, you know what I mean. It's
But you should write one. I don't know.
It's always in somebody's house.
Well, most murders occur in a home. You know, as far as that goes. I mean, so I think that it's more likely that an unrestful spirit is still around in a home environment.
Yeah.
Than a
I might make that movie, you know.
Yeah. A haunted park.
No, I like the shopping center thing a lot better, man. I think that's golden. Get somebody to sponsor it.
Ketchup.
Get somebody to sponsor it. That'd be awesome. Conjuring 2, should people give it a shot?
You know what? If you need a good scare on, you need to lose track of all space and reality as we know it, then yeah, go see it. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's got some slow times. It's got some downtime in it, but then they've got a nice solid ride for the scare. It's not for little kids, and it's not for young people, scaredy cats by any means. Although I'm a fan of taking at least one in a large group and just letting them scream their heads off, because that's always fun.
What did you think about some of those scenes where he's singing? They kind of changed the tone of the movie a little bit. What did you think about that?
Oh, he plays the guitar and does an Elvis song, and the dude sounds like Elvis when he's singing. It's really great. It brings back the reminder that your heart is connected to your spirit, and if your heart is happy, so is your spirit, and it's harder to be attacked by the sadness and the aloneness and the darkness when you're filled with happiness.
So it was a good part of the story then.
Well, absolutely.
All right. Well, I was just thinking it was just filler stuff.
No, that was what he was talking about. Let's bring some happy stuff back into this home, and one of the things the family loved was listening to music when their dad was there.
Well, there you go. Movie's called The Conjuring 2. Make sure you check it out, okay? Sabrina, 6 years, man. Thank you very much.
Here's to 6 more.
6 more years of the Screen Team. I would love that. We're going to be back next Saturday. Kyle's going to be on the show, and we'll have a special appearance from Matt Whitworth doing Wayne's World.
Oh, have mercy.
Those two are crazy.
That's a show not to miss.
We'll also be reviewing Major League and Space Jam with Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan. So that's coming your way next Saturday at 6 p.m. For Sabrina and Chris, we are the Screen Team right here on KWOC.